You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Oh, well, maybe being good friends, but Sayori he and I are actually really different. Hmm? Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Hmm. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Haha, could be. Once again, who stands like that? Who stands in that position? If anyone just like comfortably stand in this position, like right here, then why? Tell me why in the comments and just like explain yourself. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone would so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Hmm. Suspicious. So do I only talk to Monica, show Monica my poems just to know what words to click for for the next people? Is this just me like talking to them and then clicking words and then giving it to them and finding out like more stuff about them? Like I don't know. This is weird. It's a weird type of game. Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid. Ow! To experiment a little bit either. But anyways, you want to read my poem now? Yeah, sure. I like the way this one turns out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Let me put my reading glasses on. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless is canopy of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, in cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turnable, tunable, turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaninglessness. What's this? Load me. What? What does that even mean? Load me? What? Load me? Save me? Load me? Does it want me to save the game and reload the game? Save and load? Wait. Wait a second. Monica, are you breaking the fourth wall? The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless canopy of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. On a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Is there like a secret thing somewhere in here? Like, I don't understand. I just load me. Why would this be at the very end? Like, it just like seems like the poem should end right here, like at this part, and then it's like, what's this? Load me? What? What? I just don't understand this. Like, I'm so confused. I don't understand. Don't understand. Is there something I'm not getting here? Load me. What does that mean? Do I click something? Oh, geez. Load. Save. So more abstract than your last one, huh? Hahaha. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. That was a very long piece of paper, by the way. If that was just one piece of paper. Now that I think about it, whoa boy, that's like 5 pieces of paper. That's like 2 pieces of paper like taped together, and then like at the very end, like you use the entirety of the first paper and then just skip all the way to the bottom of the second paper and just write load me. What does that mean? Load me. Save me, load me. And I guess I can save, but I couldn't save during. I'll just save again. Just, I don't know. Load. That's what you wanted? I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines is really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. Poem can be an abstract or as a physical expression of a feeling. Or a conversation with the reader. So stop putting putting it that way. Not every poem is about something. Okay, why is the about like slanted and no space in between something? Anyways, I feel like you're breaking the fourth wall a little bit, Monica. My job. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. Ow! Oh, from my back. Decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. What? Difficult. You'll never know what you might when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait. Is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Hahaha. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I'm concerned. And I feel like I shouldn't be, but I am. Let's see what you written today. ... It's pretty good, CSK. Hey, were you influenced by seeing everyone's writing style yesterday? I guess you could say that. I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes. So I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. This little jingle sounds like piano. Like a xylophone, maybe? Piano? Some sort of brass instrument. A lot of different instruments playing in the background. Like a xylophone right there. Then a piano playing as like the core one. Right there, that's a piano. Some sort of string instrument. Strange. But anyways, don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. I have to do that every day. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That one way to truly enable your reader is to see your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly ends her poem. The raccoon. Ooh, the music changed. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. Why is bread a guilty snack? My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious, well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was symphony. I can't say that one. I can't. It's the fancy squiggles. I can't read them. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon, in cements is its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. I don't know what the third word in that part was. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood? Classic pelvic conditioning. I slice the bread and feed myself again. Rush of blood. Wait. Was the symptom? Wait. The exciting beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. So, the symptom was the knife, the bread was your curiosity, and the raccoon was your urge. So, are you cutting yourself? Raccoon is taken to follow me, so the urge has followed you. What could I say? We've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so I keep my bread in handy. So the raccoon is the urge and the hungry curiosity is the bread. So you keep your bread handy. So you keep your hungry curiosity handy, and every time you brandish the knife, which is your symptom, the raccoon shows its excitement, which is an urge. A rush of blood. Classic. You cut yourself, is what you're saying. Oh boy, that's a big bomb. Okay, this is getting a little bit more, interesting. I'm finding this more interesting as the day go on. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday. I can see that. Like Monica said, it doesn't have to be about something. It can be about a person or something, you know? It can be about a person. It can be about their emotions. So, you know, is this about you are you cutting yourself? It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem is about. Really? I mean, it literally explained what the bread was her hungry curiosity, the knife was her symptom, and the raccoon was the urge. So basically, in short, she's been having the urge to cutting herself, is what you're saying. You've been having an urge to cut yourself. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imaginary and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if it takes it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to, in their own way. I want to express the way I feel for my way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Is cutting yourself one of them? Because that's not good. Children, never cut yourself. And those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. So you do cut yourself. That's not good, my friend. You want to talk about it? We can talk about it. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, CSK? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and something makes us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. I'm worried now. Well, I can admit this is better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. You're so rude. You have like a little, you have like such a normal face, but you're so rude. That's good. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poems from yesterday. Huh, you think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, I'd be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? What does that mean? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? What? I didn't understand that at all. It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Oh, that's rude. Oh, that was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way: if it weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away like letting go of balloons. Or balloon. You could say that we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Aim. Boom ba-dum, boom ba-dum, boom ba-dum, boom ba-dum, boom ba-dum, boom ba-dum, boom ba-dum. I like this one. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wiggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Oh, that's mean. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her sing my favorite song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound and to the rhythm. of the words, but she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really badly. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has her other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone. That's called bullying, my friend. That's called, like, wishing people out of existence, and usually that's pretty mean, you know, that's like, oh boy, and then when it happens, you're like, oh snap, oh, you know? There's a lot of cases where that happened. That's called bullying, my friend, and that's not right. Just because they like something that you don't like doesn't mean you can't be their friends. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than bugs. It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyways, the message is pretty straightforward in this form. I doubt I have to explain it. Yes, bullying! Sometimes you can explain in complicated issues with a much simpler analogy. Well, I can't even pronounce half the words that are in the English language. Bugs! They're everywhere. Oh no! Whoops. History. And it helps people to realize how stupid they're being. What? Like anyone would agree with that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. What the heck is a guilty pleasure? Something that you're afraid of people find out that make fun of you or think less of you. Does it matter? But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, and as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. Yeah. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. I like spiders. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. She wrote about something about cutting herself. She wrote about getting bullied for liking different things than everyone else. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, yours pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. I feel like, you know, everyone says, like, you shouldn't do stuff, like, oh, you shouldn't be a bully to someone because that's not nice, and then they bully someone right after, like, they bully someone. Or, like, say, oh, you shouldn't judge people for what they like to do in their spare time, and then they judge people, they immediately do the exact thing they said not to do. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. Yeah. If she feels insecure about her weird behavior and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. Yes, and Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message of the poem, in your poem. That's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. By conveying emotions is important, but I don't make people think, not just feel. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow's too, so look forward to it. So from what I've gotten from these poems so far, it sounds like Monica is getting a little fourth wall breaky. It sounds like Yuri is getting a little suicidal. Well, not suicidal, self-harming. And from what it sounds like our friend Jerkface over here is getting bullied. So, Hey friend, Sayori ... Oh my goodness, this is so good, CSK. Eh? Why do you guys say eh? Like, why? I say, really? Something? I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem. Ugh. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. But, no, but really. I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I mean, that's one thing we have in common, Puppet, but that's about it. At least I think so. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Me neither. I was just told to play this game, and if I didn't, I was gonna get, like, slapped in the face. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ha ha ha. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Constructive. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? What? Why can't they just say what instead of like, eh? What is that? What is, eh? Like does anybody say that? Usually people just say what? And it was like, what do you mean? Or something like, what? What do you mean? Huh? Like that kind of stuff. Like, not like, eh. Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people you know. You know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a CSK poem. That's weird. And okay. That makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. What is with you and hugging? You're so weird, Sayori. Yes, everyone in this room is weird, but they're... Oh boy. Kind of... Save me, load me. I don't understand that. That poem's a little weird. I just still don't understand that. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. I'm not really good at making poems or, like, analyzing them. Like, oh boy. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. Okay. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is pretty important part of this whole thing. Oh boy. Yeah, maybe. So Natsuki has been getting bullied for her interests, and Yuri's cutting herself, and Monica is getting a little more self-aware. Strange. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of... Because the first poem sounded like she was looking through the computer screen, you know? And this next one sounds like she's trying to pull herself, like, out of the, like, color. Like, she's just, like, getting assaulted by all the colors, sounds, and stuff. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah. Me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try to give it some thought? Aw, you wanted to write something for me? What? That's so sweet. Yeah, right.